Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Unfiltered with Bridget
and Angie.
and today
We're going to do something different. We're going to try and just wing it, I guess. We found some cool questions that I think will be interesting to hear the answers. So we're going to try something a little bit different and draw from the hat. All right. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
you can go first.
Oh, joy. Okay. What's the weirdest thing you've seen at work? Well, I don't see very many weird things because I have a lot of, mine's more documentation wise. That's a hard one.
Anything on a loan application or an appraisal?
Appraisals are always fun. Some of the things that they comment on them are just very interesting. I know I've seen some interesting appraisals come through of interesting homes. Like, oh, that's, I had one where his entire yard was filled with junk cars, and they made him clean that up before they would close on the loan because it's an FHA loan, and they consider that a health hazard. If it's like leaking liquids into your soil, which then goes into your home. So I had to come back on that. So that was an interesting one. Can't think of anything that's super weird though. Like everything. That's a hard one. You probably see more weird things than I do though. So
Probably,
why don't you answer a little bit on that?
The weirdest thing I have seen in a house is in the basement there was a furnace, maybe.
Like the Home Alone furnace? In the movie Home Alone where it opens and
No, even worse. Like the piping that went to like the upstairs, the venting and whatnot, they literally were bigger than me wide.
Why?
They were probably like this.
Why? You can put a human in there.
I forgot the age of it, but I sent a picture to my inspector and I'm like, what is this? And they were just super old. He told me what year it was from, but yeah, it was super old. It literally looked like the Tin Man. Like that's how, and it was taped. It was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, what?
That's funny.
Yeah. Or you walk down the basement stairs and there's a toilet.
Oh, just in case you really have to go by the time you get down there, you don't have to worry about, making it back upstairs, use the bathroom. Okay.
Yep.
Convenience factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I could think of so many other things.
See, I think that's more different than I don't have clients show up closing with a briefcase full of cash, because I don't have any that'd be funny if that happened, but that does not happen. But yeah, weird. I don't see very many weird things. Everything is just, I don't know.
There was one house that I was showing buyers, and you walked into the upstairs bathroom, and I am not kidding. I actually have pictures of it. There was dog feces from floor to ceiling and all over in the bathroom. It was so bad.
You find some of the most random houses. Like I see some of the tours you go on with your flippers, and I was like, oh my, how do you find this house? That's interesting. Maybe that should be an episode. Like, come check out these most bizarre listings I've walked through. That could be a fun episode.
That could, yeah, because there's a lot. And let me tell you, I love going with my investors.
Yeah.
Because I go down the rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, that's so cool, Or, one time we climbed through, there was a house that had a fire in it. And it was all burnt, like from upstairs. And you had to walk up this rickety ladder to get to the upstairs. And yep, I went for it.
Oh, see, that could be a fun. We'll have to get permission from the sellers, but then that'd be really cool to have come check out these crazy homes for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Should I do a different question then, since I can't really answer that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what's an unpopular opinion you have? I have a lot of opinions. I don't know.
No. You don't.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. A lot of my opinions should be popular opinions. I have one, and so that's different than real estate, and I think you'll. This is a good one because I think you and I agree on this. An unpopular opinion I have is I think the thumbs up symbol
Oh my gosh.
is insulting.
Oh yes, we agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody, and I find that out, that you and I are like one of the few people that despise the thumbs up emoji. Like if you comment on something or you text someone and be like, hey, I'm going to be there in 15 minutes, and they give you a thumbs up, to me, that equates to the middle finger.
Yes, that's what.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's our I mean, I don't know if it's a generation, if it's just the way that our brains are wired, but everyone that we've talked to does not
Agree.
see it that way.
No, I'm like, okay, so if I say I'm running 10 minutes late,
Yeah,
and you give the thumbs up, it's like, hey, great,
right,
thanks,
super,
awesome,
right, right. Instead of just saying okay,
yeah,
like I would much rather have an okay. I don't want a K, the letter K. I don't want the K. I want the okay.
I do the K, like if I'm in the middle of something, just to say I've acknowledged, then I'll just hit K.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and I don't like that because to me that still seems sarcastic. Like K, I like the okay. I don't need the OKAY. Just the okay is okay.
but now when I ask you a question in the office, you're like, okay.
There's
You
an O
say
in
it.
front of
No,
it.
you don't. You say K.
Okay, well from now on,
You just did it. See? That's what you do.
But I don't write it down because when I say it, you can hear my tone. When you write it, because we talked about this in a previous episode, how you write things, you can perceive them however you want. So I feel like that's how, like, if you said the letter K, or I also really I don't like it when people put IDK or IDC, or instead of saying you are, they put you are. Like, can we just use words? Yeah, see? Acronyms. I have enough acronyms in my life the way it is. I don't need more. I need words. Like my son makes fun of me for that too. He's like, Mom, you like reply back in full sentences. I said, yes, I do. I use punctuation. I use proper grammar because
That's what email's for.
my texts are the same way though too. Or if I type something and I misspell it, at least on Apple, like if you iMessage, you can edit it and fix it. But if I message you through Android, I can't fix this, and I send it again with a little asterisk saying, okay, I meant to fix this word. Like that's part of the OCD in me, trying to fix things. But
TBH.
don't.
It's just texting to friends is so casual.
I know.
And I get so
but
much
in my head, it's not.
What is TBH?
To be honest.
Holy cow, look at you go.
So I know what some of them mean. I didn't know what SMH stood for the longest time. I was like, what is SM? I was like, I don't understand what that is. It's shaking my head. Now I know, but I was like, what is SM? I don't know. Apparently I'm in a wrong time for the texting periods, but that's my unpopular opinion. I feel like that's a good one. Okay, your turn.
All right. What is something you wish people would stop saying?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pick one. I know which one you're gonna say. I think.
What? Maybe.
I'm not gonna say it
Okay.
because then.
Okay. Good.
What? You don't need a real estate agent. You don't need a realtor.
Yeah, you got ChatGPT to do all your work for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes I will chat GPT stuff as if I'm not a realtor, and I'll ask questions
just to see what it says.
Yes.
I've done that for loans before too, because people will like
Yeah.
oh, according to ChatGPT, so I will do it, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, but if you actually check the resource, and ChatGPT does say now to fact check it because it's not always accurate.
Correct, it's not. And so like when I chat GPT questions as just an average person, and it gives me a definition or an explanation, I'm like, no.
That should be an episode. That'd be fun. We should do that as an episode too, of what ChatGPT says versus what is actual. Because I mean, ChatGPT is a really great tool, but it's not like the say all be all.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's great to give you a path, but then you need a professional, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you don't know everything. Like you're leaving, or I've seen it where for sale by owners have left earnest money on the table, or they didn't disclose something that they should have, and the buyer came back.
Right.
Do I agree you needed a real estate agent in 2020? No. Because I felt like people were just buying anything and giving the sellers whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Now we're back to dicey.
But 2020 was 6 years ago. Let's put that in. I mean, that was a long time ago. Right. But people still think of it as if it was last year.
Yeah, I would love to talk with somebody, or somebody that thinks they don't need a realtor, okay, tell me how you're going to list your house.
Right.
What if they do a home inspection?
Right. And what's your research behind your list price? Not just because I think, or I painted the bathroom, so I should be able to get the $500 back that I used to paint the bathroom. Like, what's your research behind the market analysis of what your house is valued at?
Zillow.
Yeah. Oh
That is the common answer I
Oh my
get.
gosh.
I have looked at Zillow and I see what houses are priced or selling for, and Zillow says my house is worth this, so this is the price I have come up with.
Okay, and then when the appraisal comes in 40 grand less than what you were thinking, then what happens?
Does Zillow know how the interior of a home looks?
No.
Do they know the age of the mechanics?
No. They probably just know your square footage and your bedroom count from the last time it was on the market, which could have been 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and if you've updated the kitchen or if you've added a bedroom or.
Or do they know any conditions wrong with the property? Is there a crack in the foundation? Has there been, a large amount of water leakage? Is there mold? No, Zillow doesn't know that. So the price on Zillow is not accurate.
No.
It can give you a rough idea, but then even if you look at the the homes that have sold, you don't know the condition. You just know what is put out there.
Yeah, and you can ask ChatGPT and be like, okay, well, pull recent comps for me and blah, 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 and see what that says. But again, the market is always changing.
Yep. So yes, if you don't feel you need to use a realtor, probably because you got lucky once or twice, but good luck.
Yeah. You want to know what one of mine would be? I have quite a few also, but mine would be, I'm waiting for the market to crash before I buy a house.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. Okay.
But I get that a lot because people don't like the interest rates right now, which I get it. But they've been roughly the same for the past 4 years. I mean, they've been up and down. I mean, we had a couple of highs and lows. So, I mean, there's been like a little bit of a roller coaster, which is typical with the interest rates. But they've been roughly the same for the past 4 years. And everyone's waiting for a recession, waiting for the market to crash, and waiting for house values to drop before I can buy a house. And that has yet to happen. And if anything, it's costing buyers more money to wait. Because that has not happened. And I watch the appreciation schedules for our area, and they keep on. I mean, they're not like 17% increase like it was back in 20, but they're still gradually increasing. And there's a lot more safeguards in place when it comes to lending, where we're not giving everybody a loan, and that's what caused the 08 thing, was because people were getting loans that should not have gotten loans. Correct. And there's a lot of safeguards in place now to where that doesn't happen. And it can be almost a little bit harder to get a loan because they are very picky when it comes to your income. Like, they look at your income, in all different directions to make sure that you truly do qualify to pay for this house. Like, even if you think you can afford it, if the paperwork doesn't show, like the numbers don't show it, we can't approve you. Back then it'd be like, oh, you're fine. Close enough. It's not like that.
Do you recall what the interest rate was before 2020?
I think it was in the upper 4s, like low 5s. I bought my first house in 2014. And when we bought our house in 2014, our interest rate then was 4.75.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we are still higher. But if you think
about it. But that was in 2014.
Correct. But if you think about it, the cost of everything does go up. So.
Right. So, it's going to keep on historically watching the market trends with interest rates. Like, it is what it is. We can't control it. All we can do is just understand it and go with it. But if you're going to wait for the market to crash, you're going to wait for a long time.
Oh, for sure. Because I don't think the interest rates are dropping or anything anytime this year.
No. Oh, no, they don't forecast anything, because we were doing really good until the war hit. But they don't forecast anything this year anymore. Probably maybe next year. But yeah, the plans or the forecasts that a lot of the mortgage-backed security companies have been altered because of the war in Iran. Like, that has changed a lot in our market, and no one saw that coming. When they were making their forecast plans for 2026. So when that hit the bingo card of the year, that kind of altered their forecast. But yeah, now they're changing their forecast, and they're not seeing those at all this year.
I wish I had a crystal ball.
Right. Yeah, we get that a lot. Okay. Do another question. See if I can get this one. Oh, see, I guess I should have waited for this one. What's something you wish people would stop believing? That's kind of what I just talked about. Like, believing that the market is going to go down, and that, things are going to be like 08 again, or even 2019, 2020 again. Like, it's hard when a lot of the people coming into the market now they haven't known rates when they were a little bit higher.
Mhm.
You know, they went in and their parents would say, oh yeah, we refinanced our house and got a 2.75 or like those aren't coming. You
Mhm.
know, so I wish people would stop believing that that's going to happen again. I mean, can it? I mean, maybe. Again, I don't have a crystal ball, but at the same time, do you want that? Do you want another pandemic? I sure as heck don't. That was awful.
Mhm.
You know, I don't. We don't need like a major worldwide like
Well,
catch
and
up
just
event.
think about buyers back then. Talk to any buyers that were trying to buy during the pandemic
Yeah,
and tell me how many houses they lost out on, and then tell me how much they overpaid. And now, with trying to sell, they're lucky to break even.
right. Yeah. So I just wish they would stop believing that, or you know, getting advice from family and friends is great. I mean, everybody has opinions, which is totally fine. But if your mom bought a house 40 years ago or 20 years ago, like we've said in many episodes, the market keeps on changing. So don't just take everything your family says or your friends say. Take it with a grain of salt. Be like, okay, well, this is what they told me. You know, what's going on currently. Like,
Mhm.
I guess appreciate their opinion because they're just trying to help you, which I
Mhm.
get
Yep.
that.
Yep.
But also trust but verify.
Correct.
You know, so don't take everything they say as if that's the holy grail, and then when I tell you differently, that's bad. You know,
Mhm.
or like when I get those comments from realtors. Well, I've been doing real estate for 40 years. I've never seen this come. Okay, great. I'm sorry that this has happened, but you know, and like
Yep.
we've said in many episodes before too, I get an update every single week on what is changing with lending. You know,
Mhm.
for all the loan programs that we have, you know,
Yep.
things change literally almost daily, but we get a weekly update on what here's what happened this week. You know,
Mhm.
in the mortgage industry, and it's changing all the time. The
Yep.
guidelines, the rules, you know, just how they look at loans now, they keep on changing. So even what happened a year ago isn't the same.
Correct. And real estate also for realtors, it's changing all the time. We have constant legal updates, videos to watch, we have continuing education because things change so much.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
again, that's why you need a realtor because you don't really know the laws.
right. All right, your turn.
Okay. What is the biggest misconception people have about your
Whoops.
job?
That's a good one for you.
Being an agent is easy. All
It's
you do is put a sign in the yard and it's for sale. Or all you do is open the door and let people walk through and write a very easy offer and you're done.
or I get a lot like your commission. It was 3%. You just walked away with $20,000. Like you must be rich. Like no,
No, no,
that's a big one.
that is a big one. So I think the two is being a real estate agent is easy. You don't have much to do other than put a sign in the yard and open a door.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. That part is the easiest stuff. It's the behind the scenes, all the work that goes into getting a house ready, making sure, everything is documented and good to go and verified.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the commission, yes. You guys see the
Because
closing.
they see it, so they see
Yes,
what your check is.
correct. They see the closing disclosure and we'll just say 20,000 for example.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Look at your paycheck and see what you make, what your income is
Mm-hmm.
for that week or by week or however it is. And then now look at the net, what is all taken out of it.
Yeah, because you have taxes but you have to self hold back your own taxes. You know, because they
Mhm.
don't hold them back for you.
Yep.
So it's is it timer? Yeah. So I find that to be.
It is. It is because, like, what people don't realize is we pay for marketing in advance. We pay for photos in advance, any videos in advance. When your house is listed, all that marketing that we
Mm-hmm.
do and things we have to pay for is all up front. It's all out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get paid, essentially that part is gone. We have to withhold taxes. We have MLS fees and dues. People
Mm-hmm.
are constantly calling, texting, saying, "Hey, do this, and you only have to pay us this." Like, because they think that we make a ton. Now, if you're listing pretty much everything, well, of course, you're probably sitting pretty.
Right.
Um, but yeah, no, that is our gross income per
As
se.
anybody would have.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But we still have to pay into the government our taxes on a quarterly basis. if we choose to. Otherwise, we get hit big at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Self-employment tax because we are self-employed.
Oh, is it tax and self-employment? I didn't
Mhm.
know that.
A lot of people don't know all the hidden fees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not, we have to pay for our own health insurance,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
that. And people don't realize that. And how about I just spent hours upon hours with a buyer and showed them 20 some houses. We get to the home inspection because they finally found a house and they walk away.
You don't get paid till it closes.
Correct.
Same thing with me.
Correct. So now that's all free work. I just lost a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, if you think that the agent and the lender want to see a deal fall through, you are wrong.
Right, because we don't get paid until it closes.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And if your agent is telling you to do a price reduction or take a lower priced offer because of it's better in the terms, remember we get paid on the sale price. So if an agent is telling you to price your house lower, listen to them because
Right.
they're essentially making less.
Right.
So, yes, I'm not in it for the money because let me tell you,
Right.
it's not what you get.
They say that too about lending too. Like in 2020, all the loans are just walking in the door because everybody wanted to refinance. So that was easy money.
Correct.
Back in 2020.
Mhm.
But now, like over half of the people who are licensed as lenders had not renewed. Like we're losing
Correct.
more and more. And I think it's the same thing with realtors
Yes.
too. You're losing more and more every
Yep,
year because
absolutely.
it's not easy.
It's not easy work.
It's not meant for everybody, you know? So it's like they see it. So the ones, and that's the key thing too, the lenders and the agents that you've seen stick around for years, ever before COVID, during COVID, after COVID, those are the seasoned ones, the tenured ones, and those are the ones you want to trust because we've seen the highs and the lows of the market. Like I've been in it for over 10 years, you've been in it for almost that same time, so we've seen before, during, and after. Yep. And we've been able to navigate through it. So the more tenured you are, I'm not saying the better you are, but the more weathered you are.
Yes,
maybe
the more seasons you've gone through, the better.
You've seen, I wasn't in it in 08, obviously. But you've seen a lot more, over that time. So I feel like that speaks a lot to who you are and,
Yeah, a lot of people that jumped on to be an agent around the 2020 era, it was quick money. It was.
Yeah, same thing for lenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so that was, kind of. If I had buyers, it wasn't. If you had sellers, yes, absolutely.
Right.
But it's not like that anymore because you didn't have to negotiate appraisals. You didn't have to negotiate inspections. You didn't have to negotiate price.
Right.
So
right.
It was easy. Yes, anybody could have bought and sold during that era. Now, I'd like to see it.
Right. Right. And on mine too, everybody wanted to refinance. Literally everybody, because we had lower rates than anybody has had. So we literally refinanced everybody.
Yeah. So those are the two misconceptions that drive me insane.
Yeah. And I feel like you and I can mimic on that one too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But that's all that we have for today for this episode. So I hope you guys like this, a little bit different, speed on things. We have a couple more fun things planned for future podcasts. We're trying to change it up a little bit. So if any of you have any questions you want to ask, please put them in the comments. And then we will read them and then hopefully or maybe make it into one of our episodes. And we'll keep you anonymous if you don't want your name on it. Totally fine. But we want feedback from you guys on what you want to see, what you want to hear, any questions you have. We're happy to help.
Absolutely. Yeah. Put your comments below.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.